morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first welcome respected Secretary, Department of Electronics and Information Technology, Shri J. Satyanarayana, who has always been a role model for us in order to take the CSC movement forward. We welcome on behalf of the CSC and our partners, both Digital Empowerment Foundation and Agriculture Insurance Corporation and the Media Lab Asia. We also welcome Sri Sanjeev Gupta, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Agriculture, who actually is one of those pioneers in the government who started involving himself at the time when we started the CSC scheme in the country. He was Secretary IT in Himachal, and his contribution and his input into the CSC actually helped in the evolution process of CSC movement across the country. He is now presently looking after agriculture, and his main, I think the role will be in ICT, use of ICT with his background and his involvement in the CSC. How can ICT be used for the purpose of improving the quality of service delivery for agriculture for rural India. We also welcome Shri Ramaraju, the Managing Director of Media Lab Asia. Mr. Ramaraju has been very supportive. Media Lab Asia is aware, is part of the DIT infrastructure, has built in a large number of technology which can be used to common citizens, and agriculture is one area where they work extensively. We welcome Mr. Ramaraju for being associated with the CSC in order to use this network for agriculture service delivery across the country. The Common Service Center scheme, you are all aware of it, what we do, what we are actually trying to work out, a framework which can help citizens empowerment across the country. So far, about 126,000 Common Service Centers are there in place in the country, in various states, and the effort is at least to have one in every panchayat for a period of time. They do large number of services. One, of course, somebody said like a push service and a pull service. So some of the pull services are the G2C services. They may not necessarily be the revenue generating services, but they definitely get the community because there is a need for community to accept the system. And of course, there are a large number of push services. Similar to the pulls, similar to the G2C service, the banking services which we are now trying to get into across the country for these centers to become business correspondent are also pull services, because every human being with this various activity actually in the rural India needs a banking activity. So banking, UID and G2C are pull services in our framework. And then of course there are a large number of push services. Push in road education is a very key component. And we see how community get excited when they get the opportunity to educate themselves and empower them. Some of the areas that we have now gone and seen, the young women coming, young students coming and learning an e-learning program and trying to use computer for enhancing their knowledge is really, really exciting. That means it's possible for community to get that knowledge and empowerment through the process of digital infrastructure, as available in case of Common Service Center. Besides the education, there are some areas which also we are not able to really focus on and not able to work out long-term sustainable commercial models. Agriculture is one such area. A lot of initiatives are done by some NGOs have done initiatives. Some state government like ECHI in Kerala has done some work. MSSRF Foundation has done some work. Our partners in the CSC movement ecosystem, Basics has done some work on livelihood promotion. But I think over a period of time, we still do believe that since our common services are largely rural and serve the rural community, we need to work out a long-term sustainable model for delivery of agriculture services. Is that possible? We really don't have an answer, because agriculture in India has been largely driven through government. And the concept of village level worker at every village who deliver the extension as well as the input suppliers for community in agriculture sector has actually been for centuries ingrained into people's mind. Will people pay for agriculture service? I still don't know. And we have no idea whether people, at least the farmer at this point in time, is in order to willing to pay for a service related to agriculture. Because over the years he has been only trying the service without any cost. the quality of service is what going to make a difference, but the quality of service is so phenomenal that he gets excited in enhancing his productivity, enhancing the income, and therefore is willing to pay certain amount of subscription and make the service sustainable. I think today's workshop, our idea is to try and see these various models, because many of these people from across the country who have done phenomenally well in delivering some kind of services across the country. Can we then replicate it across, or can we work out some business model where it is possible to take it to larger areas or larger countries and benefit the community and create sustainable models? Some of the points that people ask, are we going to really make this really an handstand where it will do everything? It will do G2C, B2C, and also do agriculture and health. I think the idea is not the idea to create an enterprise. And in enterprise, you have various people who support the enterprise. So the idea is to create rural entrepreneurship and rural enterprise as a place where citizens get an access to whatever they need in rural India, and it may be of any nature. The classic example is of a rural shop which sells almost everything possible to a rural person, and the rural person is very happy to go to a shop where he gets everything possible which to meet the daily requirement. The enterprise of rural framework on a common service platform is actually similar to what you can build in the rural environment. It actually needs to address the issues of what a citizen needs. He doesn't have to go anywhere, either in government or in the private sector, and get an access to it. Agriculture, what we are trying to really focus, our focus will mainly on ICT and related to agriculture. We are not trying to substitute agriculture by any other means, because our focus is only in ICT. So the framework of CSC is an ICT enabler. So an ICT enabler can help in creating quality and also deliver services related to agriculture in rural India. That is how the topic of today. I hope that over a couple of sessions which we have here, we'll be able to get some input from people who experience the field, has worked quite a lot, and get some of these value chains built in our ecosystem to derive benefit for the community in rural India. We do hope that our community, which is 70% the CSC is supposed to serve, our farmers, our rural, I said, our focus has always been seeing addressing these issues of concern for them. What agriculture also includes not only agriculture as extension service or agriculture enhancing productivity or giving information, but agriculture also relate issues relating to crop insurance, which also relate to weather information, so that you can actually create that ecosystem. Why the crop insurance is not picked up? Can the ICT enabler help in creating a widespread crop insurance mechanism for the country, and therefore help in insulating farmers from the weather areas which are related in health and actually hamper his growth and productivity. Also is related to animals. See, not only that he is also related to agriculture, our focus is also on animals. Can we do something in animals, areas and animals? For agriculture, ESABU was one IIIT Hyderabad started a program, but remained in pilot, say it couldn't be done. There is a similar model. Media Lab Asia has an application for the same on agriculture. Animals we still have to go, but we are trying to do telehealth through Medanta Hospital in some of the centers which are connected very well under Nano FM. And if you can do telehealth, I'm sure it's easy to do tele-animals. It's easy to build a framework. But as I said, these are all very nascent stages. We still not able to do any concrete action plan or oriented framework which can be replicated into the country in order to benefit the community. We are very thankful to Secretary who has been kind enough to come here and address and give his thought so that we can take this movement forward. We look forward for your deliberations and inputs as we go along during the day, and hope that at the end of the program we'll be able to get something in the CSC ecosystem, maybe in a smaller scale, which can be replicated across the country in 126,000 centers to help the community which is meant to serve large issues. Thank you very much.